To do it all. Hello, everybody. How are you doing? We are back at it again, and we have a very special guest that you guys do not want to miss. But until then, let me go ahead and get this thing started. Scenes. Oh my gosh, how are you guys doing? I am obviously all over the map. And if you guys do not know, we are the BAWB Chronicles show, which it's not really a show. It's like a hangout, relax, and drink some wine. Exactly. A reason to drink some wine at 12
noon
o'clock.
On a Wednesday.
It is what it is. Without all of our thoughts in our head right now, I'm thinking about wine.
Wine?
Yes.
All right.
and once again, everybody, if you do not know what the show is all about, it's about bringing people that are amazing from our community here to the show to talk about them, find out about them, and find out about some of the wines that are here at the Back Alley Wine Bar. And this is your host with the most.
Hi, guys. All right, should we do the wine first, or
should we do the wine first?
Okay,
or should
first, this is Sadie Sarti.
We need to sip it.
We're gonna talk to her in a bit, but we are drinking the Don Ramon Red Blend. It's our number one red wine right now, the BAWB. It's
the number one?
Yeah, it's a Garnacha, which is Grenache. That's the way the Spaniards call it. A Garnacha Tempranillo blend, 75% Garnacha. And I love Spanish wines. This wine it's earthy. There's some tobacco in it, a little bit of spice, a little bit of cinnamon. It has a little kind of kick to it, right?
Yes.
So if you want a little spice in your life, this is the wine for you.
And don't forget the rules and regulations when it comes down to drinking wine.
Swirl.
Swirl. Sniff.
Oh, that smells. This wine smells very good.
And you sip and gargle. Ready? Sip and gargle?
You gotta do the gurgle. I love this wine.
And she said it had a little spice to it. I said, heck yeah.
I
always have spice.
I always have a pizza with this wine.
I always have a little spice.
Yeah.
Man, today is a little bit nice outside. It was like really cold this morning. Yeah. And then it's like warm now.
I know. Happy fall.
Oh,
I'm so excited.
Today's question for me was, do you guys call it autumn, fall, or harvest?
Ooh, I like harvest, but no, I definitely say fall.
I say fall.
Okay, and then I brought up the reason why it's actually fall instead of autumn or harvest.
Because the leaves fall.
Exactly. Yeah. But at the same time, that was an Americanized thing.
Is that really? I just made that up.
Yeah, no, it derives from a Latin word. I should have brought that, but anyways, happy fall, guys. It is what it is. What do you guys call it out there? Fall, autumn, or harvest?
Autumn sounds the best.
Yeah,
we should all pumpkin spice season.
Pumpkin. It is pumpkin spice season, and that's why we got the spicy.
It's women in yoga pants and Ugg boots and Starbucks pumpkin spice season, right?
Yeah,
that's what it is. All right. Let's introduce our guest.
Let's do it.
Sadie Sarti.
Hello, everybody.
And I'll take San Martin's line. Tell us who you are and what makes you famous.
There we go.
What makes me famous?
Yes, let's do it. Tell everybody who you are, what makes you famous. I love that line.
Well, okay, so I run a web and graphic design agency here in Prescott, and we focus just on a lot of small businesses, a lot of local businesses. So we have a huge portfolio of clients that we've either built websites for. We've been handed websites that have been built by other people that then we learn how to move around and work in them and take them over. Or we've done graphic design projects from everything from like menus, designing menus to kiosks outside for Prescott Downtown Partnership, or wrap cards, business cards, logos, branding. So we kind of do the full gamut of kind of local branded businesses.
Right.
We do a lot of service businesses. We have people who are selling products. We don't do a ton of like full-blown e-commerce, but in some ways I like that because it's much more localized. A lot of the people who have shops might just need an informational website, that draws people to actually walk in their doors as opposed to buy things online. And then we've done a lot of nonprofit. So we have like the Prescott Farmers Market and the Launchpad and Prevent Child Abuse Arizona was a big client of mine right off the bat. So we learned a ton from working on, a lot of sites like that. And then there was a time where we started building websites for actually home builders here. So we have quite a few home builders in our portfolio.
Oh, wow.
So it's a pretty interesting business to be in because you become very familiar and you have to wrap your mind around all of these different clients and who their clients are.
You
and
get to
what
know
those
different
clients-
businesses and what
Yeah.
they do and
and it's
how
a
they
gamut
tick.
and you never know who's going to come through, like who our next lead is might be
Yeah.
like the cousin of somebody who we built a builder website for, but she's a massage therapist and needs, or like Bowen work, something that we don't know that much about, and then we
Yeah.
have to dive into it as we're working on their project. So it definitely keeps every day interesting.
I never thought of that aspect of it.
Mhm.
I think that's kind of cool. You reach so many different, you reach everybody. I mean, who
Mhm.
doesn't have or want a website? Right?
Yeah, everybody needs one now.
Yeah,
and
that's
and,
kinda
I
cool.
was actually scrolling through her portfolio, and if you guys don't know about her portfolio, go check it out. Her web address is down here.
She's done so
And she's
many
done
local-
actually
She did
the
mine.
back alley wine bar,
Yeah.
and you guys saw that on that little scrolling. So when you decide to go ahead and put together, this business in general,
Mhm.
like what was your thoughts? Why did you go this route? And you've obviously found great success here
Mhm.
locally in Prescott. Tell everybody a little bit about your past and
My path to here. All right. Well, so I went to art school in Durango, Colorado, and after growing up in a family of artists, so I had kind of, a background in just like what makes good composition, color combos, contrast, all of the things that kind of go into just seeing value and color and composition. And so that was a huge piece of my like upbringing. So then I went to art school, but I also took a few business classes while I was there and found that I thought that was pretty interesting. And I got my first job.
That's interesting. I'm going to try this.
I'm going to try. Yeah. So my first job was selling wholesale art prints at a business in Durango that was called the Toatin Publishing Company. So they had a gallery downtown Durango, and then they had a sister company where we wholesaled like lithographs and giclées and things like that to businesses all across
I can never
the
say that
country.
word.
I know. So that was fascinating, and it kind of introduced me to what the wholesale world was. Like I didn't really realize, when you walk into a store, you're not just getting something out of thin air, which is, I guess, what I always thought, but there's a whole process and a whole line and channels of things that happen to get that piece of art into the retail store. So I learned a lot about business through that job, and I was updating their website while I was working for them. So that was one of my duties. I was a salesperson, and then I helped tinker in their website. So my experience with that was just kind of learning that you can manipulate things on a computer in that world pretty easily. And that came to me pretty well. And then I got pregnant with my son, Joe, and he was born. And I was like, okay, I would really like to figure out a way to work from home and to raise a child and to not have this kind of split, work.
Yeah.
It's the work-life balance, right? So then I actually built myself little business cards that said, I called myself Odds and Ends LLC. And I built cards and I went to all the businesses in Durango, and I had a little list of items that I would do. I said, any office assistant work, I could build flyers. I had taken one Photoshop class in college, so I knew how to use Photoshop. And I just went to these businesses and said, this is what I can do. And I put website maintenance as one of the bullet points on that card.
If that's not a true entrepreneur.
Yeah.
I mean,
This was
truly,
like the beginning.
that,
Mhm.
seriously, if that's you,
that
have
is so
entrepreneur
huge.
spirit,
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm just gonna go make it happen.
we went so far back as to, okay, so I mean, not to pry into, how old is your son now?
He's 13.
So
He's almost 14.
So you've been doing this now for 13
Yeah,
years, and
yeah.
it all started just by like,
Yep.
I just want to let you guys know I can go ahead and blah, blah, blah.
Hustling.
Yeah,
So
there
did
we
you
go.
have to, how did you learn how to build a website? I mean, you had the art degree, but
Yeah.
how did you learn like the technology part of it?
Well, to be honest, I mean, I'm the poster child for, Google it. Yeah, I just Googled.
You self-taught.
I literally Googled everything that I needed to know. So I
Of
never
course
took
you
a
would.
class, but it just progressed. So it was like, the first website that I ever built, I knew how to use Photoshop, And so it was a rafting company in Durango who was a good friend of mine who was like, here's $800, build me a website. So I was like, sweet, no problem. I'll figure it out. So I pretty much built it with little images inside of Photoshop and sliced it up into these little tiny pieces and brought it into the computer where I could, like into Dreamweaver, and I made all the little images buttons that you could click on, and it was really pretty, but I don't think the search engines could read a single word on that whole website, but it looked good and it worked. And so that was just like step one. And then I just kept following that, where it was like, okay, there's got to be a better solution than that. Let me learn what the next thing is. I actually built quite a few sites right off the bat off of a program that was called Microsoft Office Live. So it was this really old school, but easy to use kind of drag and drop interface that you could put things in there.
Yeah,
And
like
so
remember, okay,
it just worked.
when I first like started like looking into the whole computer thing, it started with MySpace when you were able to go ahead and change out the background with the code, the HTML code. I was like, okay, cool, check this out. And then they would tell you where to put it in the box. I was like, yes. Then all of a sudden they took that away. And then,
Yeah.
No, this is one of those.
That just blows my mind.
It is.
My brain doesn't. It just doesn't work.
No, I know exactly how it is to learn. It was kind of funny. The question that you asked is like, so, you know, you got to learn is like, you keep on learning because it keeps on changing.
Yeah.
Like everything keeps changing.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I'm like in widget, like, if I may say it, HE double hockey sticks lifestyle right now. I'm like, oh, you just need another widget.
Yeah.
Another widget.
Yeah.
This widget will go ahead and make it work. This widget will make, I'm like, oh, my widget.
I don't even know what a widget is.
It's a thing.
Okay.
It's a thing.
It's like an add-on, you know, you keep adding things on. It's like in WordPress, it's, you know, it's plugins. So like everybody wants another plugin to do something else, or there's a plugin that will do it. So your websites can get really like out of control.
Oh my gosh. See, and this is why you let the professionals take care of that stuff.
Oh my goodness. No,
because there's usually like more condensed systems that will take care of maybe like 10 of those asks instead of installing a separate essentially system to do each thing.
And they all got to work with each other.
They do.
It's like a bunch of, I guess it's trying to herd cats.
Yeah.
And then make them like cooperate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Do as I say, not as I told.
I'm glad.
Wait, how does he say that? Do as I told is not as I'm saying.
Yeah.
Do as I say, not as I do.
Yeah, something like that. And that's going on a lot on our screens out there.
Yeah.
So guys, this is not all about business. And I know that you guys want to know more about it, but that's the reason why we have that thing scrolling on the bottom right there. So you guys can go ahead and find out more about her by just calling her or going to the actual website to find out about this. But we also like to learn about wine. Today's wine, I know she already said it, but I mean, if you guys can look at this, I mean, you would pay big bucks for this. How much does this bottle cost?
It's $9 a glass. So I don't know how much a bottle. $34 a bottle.
34 bucks. That's not bad.
24 if you take it to go.
Do you have bottle service here?
Meaning
You could buy a bottle.
Oh heck yeah, yeah.
And when you call it bottle service, you know how they walk up there and that's when you call it bottle service, or how does that work?
Yeah, I mean here, because we're not serving dinner or anything, we just bring you the bottle and a couple glasses.
So we can safely say that you got bottle service here at the Back Alley Wine Bar, or else you just walk up to the bar and grab it.
And if you just drink a glass of it, we can tape it up for you and you can take it to go.
That is so amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, and another thing that we'd like to do is ask some questions, and we'd like to go over myths and things that people think that is supposed to be done with wine. And we've gone through a lot. Do you have like a myth or something that you would like to bust?
Or a wine
today?
question, or
Because we've been through a lot. And if you have one, I think we've already covered it, but we'd like to go ahead and tell everybody again, because it's all about education around here. We want to turn everybody into a wine, a professional one at that.
Right. Well, I guess I would wonder if I wanted to order. So this wine is delicious because it's really like tart and dry, and there's not much sweetness to it.
yeah.
So this is probably the wine that
She
I'm
has a good
always
palate.
looking for. But then I always order a Cabernet because I don't know what else to order. But sometimes they're good like this, and sometimes they're not.
Yeah, this has this does have some tannins on it. Like when you rub the roof of your mouth with your tongue, it feels kind of scratchy or dry. Those are the tannins in this. This is a super dry wine. And usually cabs are too, actually. Just, you know, it depends. Some California cab is going to be way more fruit forward,
Okay.
but like a French cab or a Bordeaux, which is a cab blend, is going to be more earthy. Like,
Earthy.
Yeah.
Okay, so
don't
if
make
you were to go into a restaurant or something like that, because I'm always like entrusted in you that you would hook me up with the best wine ever, and she has. She's done phenomenally good, and so that's my problem. That when I actually walk up to one of these like places, and I'm like, yeah, I would like a red. And I mean, you know, I specifically love certain types of flavors. So
Yeah.
if we wanted to go into a place, what would be the proper way to ask for this wine? Like I would like and fill in the blank.
A dry, earthy, spicy wine, or just a spicy wine.
Mhm.
There are certain wines that have a little bit of spice to it.
I just realized to myself, I
ask
could.
them,
I'll be
if
like,
you're in a
I would
high-end
like a
restaurant,
spicy Mexican,
say, "I like it
feeling good
spicy."
right now.
I mean, Mexican wines are the next big
That's
thing.
I'm
We'll talk about
really
those.
honestly
They really are.
I want to go in and ask for my character for the night. I want to be a happy spicy person with a little try.
That's this wine.
There we
Happy
go.
and spicy.
That's what I'm going to ask for.
There's
I
like
want to put every
tobacco in it.
waiter, waitress
Yeah.
to the test.
If you're at a high-end restaurant and you order something, the server should be able to tell you what to pair it with your food.
Ooh, there we
You know,
go.
they should, you know, if I'm getting the lamb chops, we were at Mariposa recently and I love the lamb. You know, what should we pair with this? And they should be educated enough to tell you. So, I mean, those are the higher end. I don't know if you find that in Prescott, but
I think we can. Let's go out on another freaking like adventure. Oh, we have never been on an adventure. This is a venture in itself, but we should
I
go on
know.
an adventure and just do
we
it.
want to go out into the field and talk to people.
We wanna
go
be in
to
the
their
field.
businesses.
I mean, I feel like we have a couple of ideas. We also changed the name. Did you know that? It used to be Wine Chronicles, which was a very awesome name, but I felt like the algorithms were actually going against us.
Oh.
And so, anyways, we turned it to the BAWB Chronicles.
Facebook
Yeah.
didn't
Like
like the word
Yeah.
wine.
Yeah, they don't like the word wine.
Interesting.
They
Yeah.
actually shut you down when you want to sponsor an actual post that has wine. They're like, no, not today. And I'm like, what? We want to give you money, man. just support the wine. Oh, speaking of which, wine festival, and you actually did one for them. And I'm going to actually put this screen up, and we're going to talk a little bit about it. And boom, this is her Instagram post. And the first one right off the bat is something that we are actually going to be promoting. So you want to talk a little bit about the idea behind the Whiskey Row Wine Fest, ladies? Because we
Well,
are going to pop.
The Whiskey Row Wine Fest is an Arizona Wine Festival happening October 23rd. It's a Saturday at Mile High. And I'm the sponsor, but it's being put on by the Prescott Downtown Partnership. The Prescott Downtown Partnership website was designed by Sadie.
Yes.
And so Sadie was the first call when we were trying to figure out a logo. And so this is her design. If you guys can see it, it was up there. They're stoic.
There it is.
So
Yeah.
it's the wine glass with the wine swirling, but it's in the shape of Thumb Butte, if you can see that. Which I think
Oh
is a
yeah,
really
there it
cool
is.
idea.
I see
I
it
don't know if you can look
now.
at it if it was you or I love that.
It is right here.
So
Oh, dude,
that
it's
was
so
her
freaking
design.
awesome.
So if you're a business, even if you don't need, if you don't need a website, but if you need graphic design help, like, hey, I need a cool logo, you can help come up with that.
Wait. Let's talk about your
that?
number one right here. Who is this guy?
So that is Boulevard. He's our office dog. He's there with us every day. He is a golden doodle, and he's
so cute.
yes, our star employee. But yes, he's awesome.
He's loyal to the end. That's so amazing. You obviously have a pretty big team. I mean, how big is your team currently?
So right now I have 4 employees and then myself as well. So we're 5. We were up at one point to 7, but we have just scaled back just a little bit.
And she's July 4th, baby.
I am.
So
Yeah.
as you can see, it really gets into it. I love it. Look at this. It's so amazing.
That was like
Can you see that?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
but Instagram.
Yeah, so That is
There
so
we go.
funny, guys. We got kicked out. Anyways, we also want to go talk about a little bit. So this is a Tempranillo.
It's Tempranillo.
Tempranillo.
It's
from-
the
is it
L's
from
are
a-
silent,
It's from America.
but it's
Portugal,
75%
Spain.
Garnacha, which is Grenache. If you've heard of Grenache, most people have, I think, right?
But
And
you
then-
pronounce it Grenache?
Garnacha is how the Spanish pronounce
Oh,
it.
very
So
good.
it's the same grape. A lot of grapes have different names according to which country is growing it. But so it is Grenache and then 25% Tempranillo.
All right, and the best place to go or things to pair it with? Do you want to guess?
Oh,
What do
me?
you
Well,
think you could see yourself eating with this?
Well, now that you said lamb the other day,
I
was
think that would be
thinking,
good. I think any red meat would be
yeah,
good.
red meat.
Or
Okay,
game meat. But honestly, I want to pair it with a pepperoni pizza. I'm sure that's
Okay,
not on
red,
there.
red
but wouldn't
sauce,
that be
red
good?
sauce pizza. Okay, red sauce pizza
Oh,
is
is
there.
it on there?
Okay.
And corn dishes, and go figure tacos. I mean, you can eat tacos with
Actually,
everything.
I think that'd be good. A good spicy beef taco. I think that'd be delicious.
Okay, so I'm not really big on like different names of cheeses. I never even knew there was a Mohan cheese. Have you guys ever heard of a Mohan
Let me
cheese?
see what you're reading. Hold on. Let me see.
Stop calling me scams. Like the only people that care about me are my warranty guys.
Oh, it does say Mahan, Mahon. I've never heard of it. Have you heard of it?
We got to ask one of those
All right, we're
those
gonna
cheese
try that
experts out
next
there.
time. And
Do you-
Zamorano, I've never heard of that either. Manchego, this would be really good with Manchego. I feel like it'd be good with Gouda too.
Mhm.
Are you a foodie fan? Do you kind of like literally get into it to the
I-
point where you like to pair your wines?
No, I mean I do. I like food a lot, but I think I've been raising two boys for too long to have time to do that.
She's like, I owe it all to them.
Yeah.
My life. Okay, so and then we have the other
Shush, phone. Just hit. There you go.
the other Grenache. Is it
Grenache.
Grenache?
Grenache.
Grenache. So the Grenache is roasted meats. Paella? What's paella? Paella, and beets with parsnips.
That's very
It
specific,
is
isn't
very
it?
specific.
I don't know where these cards came from,
I
guys,
think
but if
this
you
would be
guys
good
are
with any red meat,
okay,
I think it'd be good with a lot of different
I do too. It's
hard
very-
cheeses, not like a soft, like you don't want to do a brie or something with this, but I think it'd be really good with any kind of hard cheese.
so this is pretty amazing. I
really wanna
I
do-
love
really
educating
want
myself.
pepperoni pizza.
I think you need to.
I'm
do
gonna go
more.
to Grumpy Sicilian today and get me a slice of pepperoni.
I was just there this
pizza.
morning. Oh my gosh, I didn't get to
You know
eat.
what this wine reminds me of? So Clay that used to work here, shout out to Clay.
What up, Clay?
He had the best wine descriptors ever. And he described this wine once. It wasn't this specifically, but this reminds me of it. He described it as if Janis Joplin were serving you a pepperoni pizza, that's what this wine tastes like. And that's what this wine reminds
I'd be
me
like,
of.
whoa. I'm like, dude, you got to come down here and try this out
If
now.
you could put a descriptor into words on what this wine tastes like, that was it. And that, right?
No, this is what the best thing about being here is enjoying this wine, and it's like the only place you can find this in town is here, guys. I mean, I don't know if you guys don't know this, but that's where it's at. Tell everybody how to get here.
We're in the back alley of Whiskey Row, right behind the birdcage, across from the Firehouse Plaza.
I should actually put up like a little video of somebody just walking, and it's on like a map. So Whiskey Row's here, and then all of a sudden it's like the little dotted line.
Jeff is doing that for me.
Where you at, Jeff? Jeff, my name is
Jeff,
Jeff.
who's with us on the PDP,
Oh,
Mhm.
nice.
and he's doing. He was a guest maybe 3 weeks ago, 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Oh yeah, and he does
and
the
he's doing
geo
so when you
or Google Maps
yeah, you can actually see how to get here. So he took a
and
picture of
the
the alley,
virtual tour.
and then in here, yeah.
Oh, very.
Yeah, you
I
can
know,
come in
right?
here or
Yeah.
virtual tour it. Oh my gosh. Obviously, all these new things are happening on Google, and we need to be a part of it. But the best part about this is that you need a website in order for it to happen, graphic design for it to happen, and you have to redirect things and tell everybody why it's good to have a website.
Well, there's a lot of reasons. It depends on, what you're selling or promoting. But I mean, it's like the baseline of all of your marketing, because most of the time everything is going to point back to that. And even if you don't, if you get all word of mouth, leads and people, that it doesn't feel like you're going to need the website in order to, actually convert those leads, but everybody comes back to web in order to check you out and make sure that you're a legitimate company or like find out a little bit more about you. So I think if you are in business at all, there's some type of website that's needed, and then you need to pair it with things like a Google My Business page and things like that. But to have a legitimate website that, shows your personality, your values, the things that you want people to understand about you.
People do, like someone helped me. I didn't even know that Google Business thing existed. I was just on social media and someone told me I needed to set that up and I did. And then you connected me, my website, it's all connected.
Yes.
So you help people.
I can absolutely
You could help someone set up their Google website, business page.
Yep.
It's a business page.
Yep. I actually just listened to a
Stop
podcast
laughing
this
at
morning
me.
about that. And like, there's so many intricacies inside of those Google business pages that if you optimize that, which essentially means fill out every field, utilize all the tools that they give you in there, you can get a huge leg up with SEO just by using that. So,
and not many of you know that.
SEO, search
engine optimization.
I see.
So usually yes, you do. Yep. Yeah.
See, we are educating you guys on a lot of levels. I think the best level of education today is definitely about how to go ahead and manage your business. And if you guys do not know how to do that, tell everybody how to get a hold of you. And it's been scrolling, guys, if you guys didn't see that. But anyways, tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
Well, you can call me directly at the phone number there, or you can email me. We have a group email for all of our employees so that we can all field tickets together. So that's just hello@SadieSartiDesign.com. And otherwise, we also have an office on the corner of Gurley and Montezuma. So it's right down the outdoor staircases in what's called the underground. You can see the sign up at the top, right? And so Keller Williams is upstairs. We're right downstairs. So we're there every day.
The dungeon.
Yes, in the dungeon. But we've made it a very pretty dungeon.
I actually always wondered what was down those stairs because it's very ominous and it just says the underground and you never know. And then I met you and I was like, oh, it's Prescott. Okay.
Well, there's a lot of exposed brick like what you have in here.
Yeah.
And,
I would like to come check it out actually.
And it's a big open space. So we feel very modern and, kind of urban down there. So
nice.
So
the urban modern place.
Yes,
I love
absolutely. Just pop in and say hello and tell me your ideas or problems that you're having and we'll try to help you.
I love that. She's like open door policy. Tell us your problems. I don't know if that's every problem. It has to do with specifics.
That we are, we're like the counselors for business because, people need to kind of talk through a lot of what they're trying to do in order to then distill what they can utilize their website to actually do for them or any of these other pieces that we're building. So
a lot of people and it was myself included, kind of don't even know what they need.
Yeah.
They know what they want. They don't know what they need. And you can,
and they don't know who to ask to help.
Seriously.
It sounds like every great relationship we've all been a part of.
You don't know anything about any of it.
Yep.
Yeah. You can help.
No,
I can say we can do this piece. And these are the things that, you might need to hire other professionals to do, but at least I give you like a base level of what we feel really confident in.
Yeah. And if you guys haven't seen her portfolio, please go check it out at Sadie Design. Sadie Sarti Design. It's right there below down here, guys.
It does spell Sadie's Artie.
So
people often will be like, wait, what's your business name? So that's just, part of the
letter
scramble of Sadie Sarti. So it is a little goofy. I see that.
Oh, I like it.
But anyways, guys, you know what I'm talking about.
That was a fortunate last name to pick when you got married. It worked out well.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a Sadie Artie.
Sadie's
Artie. Sadie's Artie. Fun facts. We're gonna go on that.
Items all day. That's what it sounds like to me. We're like building birdhouses.
They are birdhouses if you think about it, and it feed good people, and it's also good for the community. And if you want to check out her portfolio, once again, you can go to her website, and her website is very, very awesome as well. And you can see screenshots. You can see the screenshot from the Back Alley Wine Bars. That's awesome.
Yeah, we try to do link backs to all of our clients and make sure everybody knows who each other are.
And tell everybody what you got going on this week, if anything special, other than what's special every day.
Friday night, we've got isometric playing. Tomorrow night's pizza night. I think everyone knows. Saturday, I believe we have Ping Brothers, and then every Sunday we have Ping Brothers from 3 to 6, and it's Sunday Fun Day. It's a big musician hangout. You never know who's going to get up and play. and it's a lot of fun.
Sunday fun day. I love
Sunday
that.
fun day.
I'm trying to have fun days every day, guys. Sunday is good too, though. But with that being said, we really do appreciate you guys watching, and make sure you follow us on our social media platforms. Sadie Sarti Design.
Sadie Sarti Design.
Sadie Sarti Design. We were talking about
Say
that.
real fast after a bottle of wine.
Yeah, exactly. And also Back Alley Wine Bar and the Prescott Times. And if you guys want to know more about what we have going on, just message us on all of our platforms. You got Instagram, you got Facebook, you got YouTube. I think we also got like 4 or 5 groups going on right here. So the Prescott Valley, Chino Valley, and also what else?
We got a lot going on.
Anyways, peace and love, guys. I'll talk to you later.
Thank you.
Bye.
Sadie. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers.